Hello, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to be talking about the Kindle Paperwhite Signature Edition. In this video I'm going to do a quick unboxing, show you what's inside and what you get with this. Not too much changes with the software on these devices. Everything's usually, even the older devices are updated to the newest version, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that today. Probably in another video I'll show you the newest features and some tricks and hints that maybe you're not aware of. But today I'm going to go over the new features and design of the Signature Edition and show how it compares to the 5th generation Paperwhite. I'll talk about the differences between the two, the similarities, and discuss which device might be best for you. Consider subscribing, liking, and turning on notifications. I will be doing more reviews of this device as I use it for a little while, and I'm also going to compare it to the Oasis that I had, the Oasis 3, which I love and use all the time, so I'm very excited to see how this compares to that. Before I do the unboxing, I just wanted to point out that I do buy all my own devices, and I usually review them a lot and do a lot of research before I buy them, so I already know basically what I'm getting for the most part. And then I try to break down the important changes and features for you, and since most people don't have enough time or interest really to spend that much time reviewing all the gadgets that they buy, but I'll point out the important features and changes and things to be aware of, and I hope this will be helpful for you. So let's do the unboxing here. It says it comes in black, but that is the only color available now, so maybe more colors in the future. I don't know. And let's see what we got here. I don't even need a knife to open this thing. And you remember when unboxing was actually fun and you didn't know what was going to be inside? And there might be some device or something in there, or an extra earbuds or something that you never had before. But now you just look if you get a charging cable, not even a brick, but yeah, so that's that. And let's see here, it's kind of a nice presentation there and some directions in case you don't know how to plug the device in. And this is the USB-C charger, which is nice. This is upgraded to the USB-C, which all the other Kindles have been micro USB, which is kind of ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to set this up. If it doesn't take too long, I'll keep it in the video. If it takes longer than expected, then I'll just go ahead and edit it out. But let me pick my language here. Okay, so this is going to take a little while. I'll get back after I have this all set up. Okay, so the setup just took a few minutes. The Kindle just had an update, and I already, when I bought the device, Amazon is really great. It says, is this device for you? You click yes, and basically everything, your profile already updates, so Amazon already knew my Wi-Fi, and it downloaded the books I had in there, and basically everything was set. The only thing I had to click through is just agree it's me and my language, and I had to, there was a free option for audiobooks and Kindle Unlimited. You go through that, and then you write to your book. So that's actually really a very easy setup. It just took a couple of moments to update to the latest software. So this was released at the end of late 2021. It was also released with the 5th edition Paperwhite and an entry-level Kindle that I'm not going to be talking about today. I wish they would just name these things Kindle 1, 2, 3, because it's sometimes difficult. A year or two from now, if your case scratches or something like that and you want to get a case, it's hard to know exactly which device you have. So that's kind of the main reason I got the Signature Edition. So now I know exactly what device I have some time from now. So the big change from this is the new Paperwhite and the Signature Edition went from a 6-inch screen to a 6.8-inch screen. So that's here, and I actually have a fairly ancient Kindle here, and I'll just line this up so you can see the screen size. This is a 6-inch and this is the 6.8-inch, so quite a bit larger, but the form factor is pretty much the same. This one's obviously a little taller, and then if you want to put them side to side here, this one, the Signature Edition is just a bit wider, but really not that much of a difference. In my hands, they're about the same weight. This one, the Signature Edition, might be just a little lighter. It does also give you, the bezels are smaller, as you can see here, and that's why the screen is able to fit, and basically the same form factor with a bigger screen. And then it's real nice just to hold it right here. You got this bigger bezel on the bottom to hold it. And then, of course, if you have a case or something like that, then it would be very easy to hold. So let's put that away. Now, you can see how thin this is. I mean, all Kindles are very thin, usually not an issue with that. The bottom here does have the USB-C, like I mentioned, which is really awesome. That's a very big upgrade for these things. I have the Oasis 3, and the battery life I'm not really happy with, so anytime I travel or do anything, I have to make sure I pack a micro USB to make sure I could charge it. The power button's on the bottom. I don't really love that. I mean, just as easily would have been on the top, and then you may not hit it accidentally down here, so that would have been a little nice. But you know, that's okay. This comes with 1 gig of RAM, which is an upgrade from the previous Kindles, and the Signature Edition, this one here, comes with 32 gigabytes of internal memory. The battery is improved, and it's 1700 milliamp hours, and the previous one was 1500. So not an incredible improvement, but definitely an increase. Okay, so let me just talk about a couple more features here. There's a new processor on this one. It doesn't really matter that much. The Kindle should be a little quicker. It's supposed to be 1 gigahertz, but like I said, it's finding the books that you want, or the different titles that you're going through and searching. It might be a little quicker, but I don't think it's that big of a difference. But it's nice that they added that. You do get more RAM on this. It now has 1 gigabyte. And it does come with 17 white and amber LED lights, up from the previous version, which had 5. So real big, and there was no warm colors in the previous edition. So that's very nice. This is basically almost the same as the Oasis. The Oasis has, I think, like 25 LED lights, so it's close. So the other upgrades over the 5th edition of the Paperwhite. The Paperwhite comes in either 8 and 16 gigabytes. The Signature, which is this one, is 32 gigabytes. The Signature also has wireless charging, which the Paperwhite does not. Not such a big feature because you're going to be charging this every few weeks. It's probably not that much of an issue. But it would be nice if, just in case this USB gets damaged or something happens to it, then at least you can charge the device another way and then still use the device, as long as everything else works and it's just this thing that breaks. You get both devices, the Paperwhite and the Signature, both have the warm and cool lights, but only the Signature Edition has the auto light adjustment. This only adjusts the brightness, it doesn't adjust the temperature. So let me just show you the feature with the lights here. So this is the brightness in general, and then you have the warm lights that you can change this to. It's very cool over there, and now you can see much warmer color there. Then this is the brightness. You could just change that. Now the thing that the Signature Edition has that the Paperwhite doesn't is the auto brightness, and there's a little sensor right up here that would detect that and change the brightness of the device. Not such a big deal either, but just because when you're sitting down to read, you usually are not running up and down like you would with your phone. So if you're sitting down and it's bright or it's dim, you could just adjust your light situation to the way you want it, and then you sit down and read. So having that adjustment is nice, but not a deal breaker if you don't have it. But my favorite thing is the no ads. That I will pay extra for. So this is, just a book I'm reading, and that's the cover that you see all the time. So what is the same as the device here, as the Paperwhite? They both get the upgraded processor, so 1 gig of RAM in both of them. Same amount of LEDs, 17. Both have 300 ppi, or pixels per inch. The exact same physical size and design. The bezels are the same size. The screen size is both 6.8 inches, so that's perfect. And so if you want to get cases, they are interchangeable. You could look for a case on either one, and it would fit either device. The other thing to keep in mind with these, they are both waterproof, but it's IPX8. So that means it could be withstand immersion in 2 meters of fresh water, not salt water, but fresh water for 60 minutes, but it has no protection from the dust. So it's always funny when I see the Amazon ads and people are on the beach reading. That might be the last time, because if they get any dust or sand in there, which is obviously very easy, then the device could be ruined. So just be cautious of that if you're on the, in any kind of environment like that. Just be careful of the dust element there. So how much memory do you need? The big feature of this one is that it comes with 32 gigabytes. The Paperwhite comes in either 8 or 16. So if you have the 8 gigabyte Paperwhite, you only have access to about 16 gigabytes. That's just because you got system memory that takes up some space. And obviously books are all different sizes, but you could still store between 2,000 and 3,000 books on here. And which is kind of ridiculous because you couldn't navigate that many books with this Kindle. The other thing to keep in mind is that if you have reference books or dictionaries or things like that, that might take up a little more room, but again, still thousands of books, not usually a big deal. If you're going away for a couple of weeks or something, you put a couple of books on here and no problems with that. Now, if comic books, that's another issue because they vary in size, but they could be anywhere between half a gig and 1.5 gigabytes. So if you assume the average is 1 gigabyte per comic book, and you have really 6 gigabytes left on an 8 gigabyte Kindle, then you're going to get about 6 comic books on there. So that's maybe something to consider. If you do use comic books with the Kindle, then you might want to upgrade to the bigger memory. Audiobooks, they vary in size, but on the 6 gigabytes, you could usually hold about 30 audiobooks. So again, that's still plenty, not a big issue. And of course, if you're going to be storing a couple of comic books, a couple of audiobooks, and a couple of regular books, obviously each of one of them take up memory, so you wouldn't be able to fit all the amounts that I just talked about. If you do PDFs, if you do that for work, or just have an interest in PDFs, and you look at the size of them and see which memory size that you might need. Keep in mind, there's no way to add any memory on this, so if you think you might need more memory, then it wouldn't be a bad idea to go with the pay extra for the extra memory, especially since most people don't upgrade their Kindles that often. So if there's an issue, like I said, you want to err on the side of having more memory. Let's talk about prices. As of right now, the Signature is $189. The Paperwhite 8 gigabyte is $139, and another $10 for the 16 gigabytes. So that's $149, which I think the $10 is worth it. So the Signature, though, is usually about $50 more than the regular Paperwhite. Keep in mind, if you have a Kindle, an older Kindle, you will get 20% off even if it doesn't work. So that's nice. And then you usually get a trade-in credit of like $5 or $25 or so. And then you could also add $20 to any Kindle that you have to get rid of the ads. This one comes ad-free, so you can include that into the price of it. So which ones should you get? Let's review the differences or the benefits of the Signature Edition. This one has the wireless charging we talked about, again, which is nice, but probably not super necessary. It only comes in the 32 gigabyte size. The Paperwhite comes in 8 or 16. It has the auto dimming lights, again, which is only for the brightness, not for the warmth. And even on the Paperwhite, you could still schedule your warmth to change. At night you could have it more warm, and during the day it could be brighter or more cooler. That would be up to you. Then the other feature on this is no ads. If you're only going to be reading regular books on this, memory is probably not an issue. So then you can go with the 8 gigabyte Kindle. So for most people, I would say it's probably best for you to get the 5th generation Paperwhite. That's the most bang for your buck. And if you do have a Prime deal and you have a Kindle trade-in or something like that, you can get a really good deal on it. And then, again, you could just keep in mind if you want to get that upgrade memory to 16 gigabytes. And you could also change to get, if the ads really do bother you, could always upgrade and get rid of the ads, 6 months later. You could always give Amazon your $20 and they'll take away the ads. But for most people, probably the Paperwhite would be the best deal, unless you really liked one of the features that are in the Signature Edition. The memory, the wireless charging, the auto dimming lights, and the no ads. If those really seem like it's worth it for you and you can get it for a good deal, go for it. It's probably not worth the $50 extra, but if you can get a good deal, then it might be worth it for you. Hope that was helpful. If you made it this far, please subscribe and like and turn on the notifications. I'm going to be going over, like I said, more reviews on this, and I'll compare it with the Oasis that I have and maybe an older generation Kindle so you can see the differences and see which one works best for you. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment and let me know which device you thought would be the best for you, the Paperwhite or the entry-level Kindle, which I didn't talk about, but I might cover that in another video, or the Signature Edition. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next video.